Artificial intelligence has been taking over in many aspects of our lives, and now it's found its way into barbecue. Today we're taking a look at the Brisk It Origin 940 pellet grill, and we're going to see if AI knows a thing or two about barbecue. I'm David Gafford, and here at the Barbecue Lab, we test over 70 different outdoor cooking appliances every year to help you make the best decision with your hard-earned dollars about what gear you put on your back patio. In this video, we're going to ask the Brisk It AI app called Vera how to cook Texas-style beef ribs and how to cook chicken satay on the Brisk It Origin 940. We want to test the low and slow and the hot and fast capabilities of this unit, so let's start with some of the specifications. For the height of the cooking surface, I've got right at 35.5 inches for your interaction height with the main grate. And the main grate itself, from a depth perspective, is 19.75 inches deep. And for a width, I have 30 inches wide. There are two upper racks that are these dimensions, so you're looking at a depth of 6 inches and an overall width of 29 inches for the whole rack. And if you put in both of these, you have 12 inches of depth total for the upper rack. For the overall width, I have about 55.5 inches wide. For height, we're looking at about 45.5 inches. And for overall depth, I've got right at 27 inches if you measure the widest part, which is the two rear wheels. The pellet hopper on this unit is a 22-pound hopper. There is a pellet dump on this unit. All you have to do is give this a pull and it will open up the bottom and all the pellets will go out if you ever want to change the type of pellets you're using. There's a side shelf that comes standard with the unit, and if you look at the depth, it's right around 16.75 inches deep. And wide, it is about 9.5 inches. You notice that there are 3 tool hooks on the front for you to hang your tools from. This front shelf is an optional add-on. You can add this when you purchase your unit, but it does snap in place. A bottom shelf comes standard to be able to store all types of different things, from pellets to different grates when they're not in use. Ash and grease clean out capability of the Brisk It Origin comes with these 2 trays. You can notice one tray is for grease, one tray is for ash. They're easily changed out with little aluminum liners. The Brisk It Origin 940 pellet grill is available for $10.99 on their website and does go on sale from time to time. Make sure you check the links in the description below so you can find out the current price of this model and whether it's on sale like it is right now. You're here because you want to know if the AI really works and is helpful for you during a cook. So let's try it out. We wanted to go ahead and do a couple of recipe tests, and we're going to start with the Brisk It app letting AI give us some coaching on how to cook these beef ribs. So all we need to do is go up here to the little fire icon. It's going to pull up the grill controls. And here on the grill controls, this is what we want, is this little orange circle on the far right-hand side. And then we can talk to the Brisk It AI. You see here, it says, what would you like to do? Ask anything. I have 4.4 pounds of beef plate ribs that I would like to smoke for dinner and eat at 5:30 p.m. tonight. It's 9:32 a.m. and I would like to do this in a Texas style of beef ribs. Can you help me with a recipe, please? And here's the recipe they came back with. Texas style beef ribs. So they said to go ahead and trim, so we're going to trim off a little bit of this fat. All right, I'm going to call that good for a backyard trim. Let's go ahead and get this thing seasoned up. A little bit of kosher salt. Go ahead and get our pepper. This is 16 mesh black pepper. And for the top, this is beef ribs, Texas style, so a lot of pepper is going to be perfect. So the option we have here is to send this to the grill, but first I need to go ahead and ignite the grill. Let's do that. Send it to the grill. Confirm. Okay, it says our program is loaded. We need to go ahead and ignite all the way. Slide to ignite. So it says here, press to start program. All right, step 1, it says smoke at 225, and it asked me to go ahead and put the thermometer attachment in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put probe 1 in the beef ribs and put them on the pit. We have a notification that step 1 ended, and now it's saying for us to follow step 2. For this step, it says to remove the beef ribs from the grill and wrap tightly in unwaxed butcher paper. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna take our probe and put it right back in the top of the meat here. Let's put it in for the last part of this cook. Now it told us on the app if we didn't get this done within 10 minutes, it would go ahead and move on to the next stage of the cook. And if you look here on the controller, you can see the temperature has already changed to 250 degrees. It wasn't something that we did, it was something that the grill did on its own as a part of the AI recipe loaded into the grill. The Brisket app has told us that cooking is done and it's time to rest the meat. We're gonna go ahead and pull this meat out, put it in our warming drawer in the outdoor kitchen, and let it rest for a minute, and then it's time for dinner. We're gonna go ahead and cut in and see how we did with these beef ribs. I see this one here on the end looking like it needs to be cut. Let's take a look. In the name of science, I'll burn my tongue. On the AI recipe, it said only go to 200. I'd probably take them like 203, maybe 205. But I have to say, for an AI recipe, never having made one before, it made a good beef rib. Could I make a better rack of beef ribs than what that AI grill gave me? The answer is yes, but that's because I've been doing barbecue for, 15, 20 years now, easy. Would you like something, Uno? Do you smell beef ribs? I would have been thrilled with this rack of beef ribs if it was my first or second time out. I love that AI is available to help newcomers to the craft. People who are just getting started in barbecue, I think this is gonna help a lot of people shortcut their success and not have to go through the years of making bad barbecue that I did when I was younger. By the way, if you're getting value out of this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing if outdoor cooking is the thing that you love to do. For our second cook, I have some gochujang sitting here in the kitchen that I love using for marinades. I want to see what the Brisket AI has to say about using that ingredient for chicken satay. So let's put the AI to the test. All right, step one, it says prepare the marinade. We're going to mix the gochujang, honey, soy sauce, garlic, and ginger. So we need a 1/4 cup of gochujang, a 1/4 cup of honey, a couple tablespoons of soy sauce, and some garlic and ginger. We'll marinate the chicken. We've marinated the chicken. It's time to get the grill fired up. And the cool thing is at the bottom of each recipe, it says send to grill. So that's what we're going to do. So right here, send to grill. And it says, are you sure you want to cook this recipe using the grill? We'll say yes. And then it says your program is loaded. After ignition, don't forget to push the start program button to activate it. Okay, so let's go ahead and ignite the grill. This says, would you like to schedule a start time? And that is no thanks. We'd like to do it right now. And we're gonna slide to ignite. And our grill is igniting and it shows us chicken satay right here. Hot and sweet chicken satay. Shows that our recipe is there. The grill is lighting up. We're about to cook. It's time to put the chicken satay on the skewers. And I really wish I had some help.
Yes, chef.
Gotta love when we're shooting after school and you can get the helpers involved. Thanks to my special helper, we've got these ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them on the grill and let's see how this thing performs. The brisket is running 430 degrees and we're just gonna put these right on the grate here in the back. It says to go ahead and cook these for 15 to 20 minutes, turning occasionally. So we will go ahead and set alarms for every 5 minutes to turn these over. It's been 5 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the skewers and see what they're looking like. It's got some good grill marks on there. All right, so we have our next turn. We're gonna go ahead and get these on the other side. They're starting to really come together. I'm gonna grab my Thermopin and get an internal reading on some of these to make sure that we're hitting our 165 that I like for chicken breast. All right, I've got 165 internal. I think we're gonna call these. We're ready to go. All right, we'll get these all plated up so these guys can destroy these and let us know if AI doing the cooking is a good idea. The gang is here, as you can see behind me. I've got this chicken skewer and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. Tell you what it tastes like. Okay, first bite, I walk away with the spice. I also walk away with the sweetness from the honey. I get all of the flavors. It comes together pretty well. I marinated this for a little longer than an hour, and the chicken is a little bit on the chewy side, which I think that might be from marinating it too long. So maybe AI knew better than I did. But overall, this is a darn good recipe. It's time for the question of the day, and it's a natural one this time around. Does AI belong in barbecue? I know a lot of you have thoughts about this one, so here's your chance to sound off. Go down in the comments and let us know your thoughts below. It's time for some final thoughts, so let's begin with the question that I'm sure we're all asking. Who is this grill designed for? I wasn't on the team that designed this grill, but I can tell you who I think this grill is perfect for, and that's for people who are just getting started on their barbecue journey. As all of us learn more tips and techniques in barbecue, it's only natural that we're going to pick up things that AI won't know, and that's completely fine. But for someone starting out, AI is a great mentor to help you get the basics down. I also think it's for people who don't want to monkey around trying to chase down recipes. They just want the grill to be able to say, here's a best practice, implement this one right now without having to go and search YouTube for the answer. So that begs the question, who is this grill probably not designed for? If you're someone who likes sitting by an offset smoker, cooking 5 to 10 briskets at a time, and you've been doing this for 20 years, you may find AI to be a few steps behind your level of experience. One of the things that Melissa and I keep coming back to is that this AI is really like training wheels for your pellet grill. It's great to get you started, but it's not something that you have to continue to rely on as you gain experience in the craft. That naturally leads to the question of, is this grill a good pellet grill without AI? We've shot a video that compares this exact grill to 7 others in the space that are priced right around the same price point, so you can compare that if you're interested to know more. I'll link it up here in the card above, and you can always click it down in the description if you'd like to watch that next. We want to thank Brisk It for making this video possible, and if you'd like to learn more about the Brisk It Origin 940, make sure you check out the links in the description below. I'm David from the Barbecue Lab. Behind the camera is my lovely wife, Melissa, and we want to say thanks so much for watching, and we can't wait to see you on the next one.